Hello, dorks. Good evening, good afternoon. It's afternoon. I don't know what time is. Hi, how's it going? It's Unchatter. It's Dwarf Fortress. It's kobolds. It's a spa day. Oh my gosh. Welcome in. We're gonna continue in our madness. We're gonna continue in our madness. When last we left off, we were finding out that my plans for generating steam, which is a purely cosmetic and non-functional goal anyway, my ideas were not working the way that I thought they would. So I kind of give up on them in a stream, but I've been thinking about them all weekend. So I think I have a couple more ideas to try, which might just end in the exact same way. Me going, aw, why doesn't it work that way? But I have like 2 or 3 more ideas that I would like to try before I truly give up on it. We'll get into that. But at the very least, we got some bears, we got some kobolds, we got an ice sheet. We're gonna do something with them. So yeah, that'll be fun, right? I got 2 cats here, one of them on cat cam, the other one might settle down. She's been she's exploring today. She's finding all the places I don't want her to go. So if you see me get up and run off screen, that's why. My goodness. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Today's episode is brought to you by a cloud. Just a happy little cloud. That's all I want. That's all I want. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in Discord, hanging out in VODs. Hanging out anywhere. That's the cloud in my sky right now. And I appreciate you coming by and blocking out the sun a little bit. It's actually pretty chilly in here at the moment. Tofu. She doesn't respond to her name yet. So that's fun. We're just gonna pop over here and we're gonna play a video game, right? We're just gonna do this. Gonna do that. And I'm gonna pray that the cat doesn't just open a bottle of rubber cement. If she had thumbs, we'd be screwed. I'd be totally screwed. Okay, so here we are, right? Here's our glorious ice sheet. Our failed experiments. Here, this is like abandoned now. Our above ground farm is abandoned now because we can't plant anything here. Because apparently nothing grows on a glacier. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be the end of me. We're in year 150. We've been in this world for 50 years now. This is now a 50-year-old world. I don't want to kick her out. I'm very tempted to, though. We are dyeing cloth. We are attempting to train polar bears. We've also very nearly finished our wall in here, right? So we're going to continue on this. This will kind of sort itself out, hoping it finishes sooner rather than later. But then that'll fully seal in our pasture here. Which we might want to, like... We might want to thin that out a little bit. There's quite a bit in there. But... She's making me nervous. I can't think of Dwarf Fortress things and monitor a creature at the same time. Okay, so thoughts. Thought number 1. So I want to generate steam, right? The whole thing that I'm trying to do right now is to make like a sauna, right? And for a sauna, you need steam, I think. And in-game, this has no effect. This is not something that, like, is going to actually benefit us in a material way. This is entirely stupid dwarf trick territory. but that's where we're at. So we've kind of concluded that there's not a way to create steam without creating obsidian if all you're doing is introducing water to magma, right? We just poured a little bit of water into a little bit of magma and it created ice. Well, here it froze, right? The place where we figured that out was over here. So we had a little bit of magma here. We introduced a little bit of water and it just turned straight into obsidian. So buckets of water are not going to be the answer. Tofu. Oh, she is so adventurous. Okay, 1 second. That solution will last 10 seconds. Oh. I mean, if you can settle down, you're perfectly welcome. Oh, there they go. Okay. Okay, that's fine. They can do that. Just hold her down, heck. Once again, I've been undone by the clock change. Oh yeah, clock change. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm hoping that the kitties settle down. Heck has settled down. Tofu's quite adventurous right now, so I'm hoping she kind of stays in here. Just stay in the cat cam area. You're totally fine to be in there. I'm always thrown off by the clock change too, because we do them on different weeks. So I never remember that it's a thing until you mention it. They're conspiring? Yeah, you can hear them whispering. The coda to the safe is pss, 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 pss. Okay, so I have an idea or two. We're gonna unpause. So the simple act of taking a quantity of water and a quantity of magma and combining them will always create obsidian, right? That's kind of what we've concluded here. So if we have a way to make steam, it's not going to be with just straight water and magma. But what we need is something that's hot. We were seeing on the wiki that oh yeah, we lost a miner. In theory, you can use a creature with a very high body temperature, and that can boil water. We don't have access to any of those right this moment. It's possible that we'll see like a magma crab someday, but we have no way of like making that happen. And also, I don't know how I would just like catch a magma crab. So it's a thought and it's a potential solution, but who knows if we could ever actually make that happen. But we do happen to have a bunch of mine carts filled with magma blocked at this location. I'm wondering... I'm just going to channel here as well. So what I'm wondering... Channel, yes. Is if I took a minecart filled with magma and put it in a little hole and then filled the hole with water, does the heat from the minecart boil the water? This is my question number one. Blocked at this location. Can it just not have... We need to be flat? That might be all it is. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day today? I'm having a weird one. Okay. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do a magma safe track stop for reasons. I'm gonna pull this, and then we're gonna put a little bit of water in here. And this one, I think I'm gonna fill to like a full thing, right? A full tile of water here. So I'm going to create a pit/pond. It's going to be a pond. It'll start to slowly fill it up. That has already been built, so I'm going to create a route that just asks for a minecart. There we go. A minecart full of magma. It's been a weird one. It's been a weird one. Feel off today. Work's done in cleaning day. I did a bunch of cleaning yesterday. That was kind of nice. I'm over it though. I'm good. Okay, so this. Oh, someone came by and okay, sure. They've had to put the first one on there and then take it back. So you have it now. Hauling iron minecart. Okay, so we have a minecart filled with magma and a little hole. And you are gonna fill a pond. We should have some buckets sitting around. Oh, you went that way. I guess I did do that, didn't I? I should lock this. Okay, so regardless of our Steam shenanigans, I think we want to make a construction out of ice. And that is a much simpler prospect because that works in a much more straightforward manner. Also, why is this kobold always naked? Why are you always naked? I swear we have clothing. I guess it's probably decaying pretty quickly since time is moving so fast. Let's do another round of clothes. Let's do wool stuff. Let's do yarn toga, yarn skirt, and leather shoes. And these should use dyed cloth now. I'm gonna say like do 20 of each of these. I'm gonna specify 4 kobolds so they for sure get made in kobold size. And then that should be fine. Do I need to make more? I bet you well, you have clothes. You have clothes. You have clothes. The bears might be fine. You have clothes. Okay. Not a lot of clothes, but they are clothed. All that really matters. So we want to make ice, right? We want to kind of industrialize the ice making process. And that's going to be its own thing. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to use ocean water. We're going to use salt water. I'm going to make like a little basin. I'm going to make like a square here that we're just going to fill with water and hope that it freezes. Because if we use a pump to pump the ocean water into this little basin, it'll be fresh water after it goes through the pump, because the pump desalinates salt water for reasons. But I'm kind of just hoping that when we desalinate the water, that just makes it freeze. So I think what we want to do I want to dig a hole? I think I'm going to dig a hole Let's do like a, maybe like a 10 by 10. Right? We can make 100 squares of ice at a time. Just gonna channel a hole like that. And I think it's also gonna get a wall around it. We have a bunch of shale blocks. Why not? And of course, I made it 10, so it doesn't have like in the middle. Now we're out of shale. I'm gonna say make some more shale blocks. I want it to be all the same color. Shale. And do that like 20 times. And then we're gonna have a pump that's pumping from here and dumping in. Oh, and then like, that's interesting. Yeah, the mist does deposit water. That is strange. That is strange. So we're getting waves in here. It's probably not what I want. We can also see that this isn't freezing. Maybe I should make this further back. Now that I've already dug it. Clearly the waves are like going over. Well, they'll work on this, right? Home, no more driving, that's good. Hooray, no more driving. I have 2 shale blocks. Okay, we'll let them work on all that. Keep an eye down here. This is now at 4. I'm gonna let it go all the way up to 7. Because this is 2 tiles wide, so it's gonna be like 3 and 4. And our mood is okay. We do have a couple grumpy faces, but not the grumpiest of faces. Oh, hello, Raid. Hello, Smitchell. Hello, Tellin. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, Trashmac. The gang's all here. How's it going? Were you dwarfing? Oxygen not included. I've heard about that one. Cat shaped. Yes, we have double cats. Look at the double cats. Oh, and thanks for the follow. We are here on an ice sheet. We're here experimenting with an ice sheet. It's a second cat. It is a second cat. We have got 2 cats in there. Look at that. Thought it was a cushion. That it is also a cushion. She is also a cushion. They're actually... Oh, okay. Elven Caravan. Hooray. That is fine. They've been getting along. Tofu was just trying to the new one, the lighter color one. His name's Tofu. And she was just having an adventure in here trying to eat all my wires. So I'm glad that she's kind of settled down here. I'm trying to make a little ice factory. I made it a little close to our ocean here, so I'm getting waves in my pit, which is great. And also we have a very small fortress, so our labor is always a thing. We'll see if this even works. I'm getting waves in my pit is an odd phrase out of context, yes. Dwarf Fortress is great for those. Do I have anything I want to trade with the elves? don't know if I care about trading with the elves right now. Do I have more? I have more shale blocks. Hooray! We're basically gonna go like this. And we're gonna put a pump here. Gotta do a little lurk. Need to get these fake wood boards painted. Fun. It's fun, fun, fun. Trade ice. That'd be funny. Yo, thanks for the raid. Don't always cool to raid and run. Yeah, we just started, so we'll be here for a bit. Good luck with your painting. Good luck with your junk. Wish me luck with my steam. If I pump water into a thing of salt water, does it make it all salt water? I want this to dry out. We're gonna need it to dry out now. Hilariously. I'm gonna do a little pump. A little pumpy pump. It's gonna pump in this direction. Just use a shale block, and we got some copper stuff. Okay, it's drying out. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to dry out. The whole thing got made. I'm also gonna want a way for them to get in and out of there, right? Though of course now there's... I'm gonna be able to get up from the inside. I guess they could get up here. What if I do this? I'm gonna want consistent access in here. I'm gonna do little ramps. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna say we're gonna do this as well. Is that overkill? Yes. Do I care? No. Oh, so there was ice. Trade, people love ice. That's true. That is legitimately a thing that people would trade for in real life scenarios. And she's gone. As long as she calms down somewhere else. She's gonna find a hole to crawl into. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna let this dry out so we're not dealing with combining water and salt water. I think it's stopped splashing in. So I think we're good. I think we're good in that regard. Tofu on the silly trail. She's good at it. So if I say move goods, if I go to boulders, I don't think ice is going to show up in here. Because we do have some ice boulders sitting around right now. Oh, it is. Oh. Oh, it's only value 3. I wonder. Though, of course, if we bring it down to the trade depot, it'll melt. Pretty sure. No, don't. Let's not. Let's not. Let's do like 1. See who gets this job. Bring item to depot. So you're gonna go grab an ice boulder. No, you brought it. Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's just so cold here. It might just be so cold here. There's just ice there. It weighs quite a bit. It weighs like as much as 3 kobolds. We could trade for some more instruments. We could get some birds. I'm sure the birds would love it here. Yeah. I don't know if you really have anything I care about. I guess I want some instruments. Let's go. We've been making stuff. I'm just gonna bring one bin of stuff. I love our polar bear friends. Oh, and then broker's gonna conduct a meeting and then come back. And maybe. Oh my gosh. There we go. Literally just gonna take these 3 instruments and trade away way too much. I guess I can take, like, your buckets. I'll take the buckets. And the barrels. That is a worthwhile stuff to have. I'm gonna take in your seeds because we can't do stuff here. Oh my gosh, we just can't grow any above ground crops here. Trade, yes. Oh, it did melt. It did melt. Okay, but now I can trade the water. Offer as gift. You are too kind. Hey, that puddle over there, that's yours now. Thank you. That's funny. I really like that. So it will melt down here. Which is interesting because we had some ice down here, right? But this has been fine. This is technically underground, but it's not gonna melt here. This is gonna take forever to actually do anything. Can they actually get in here? I want to make sure that it's not still going in. I mean, it gets drying out. It is going to take a bit. It's going to take a bit. Oh, it's going. Okay, we'll just let that go. I don't think they can get in here to do that, so I'm gonna do it like this. Right? That they should be able to do. And then I want to like mass set the priority of things. I know that's a DF hack thing. Come on. Everyone can do it. I know you can. There we go. Okay, and then they got that. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna get rid of the stair. Look at that. That's cool. I like that. So now they should be able to get in and out of here without any issue. Still not getting migrants. The elves have left. And then our little experiment space down here is still not full. I want them to fill this. They should go until it's at 7, right? I guess I've been giving them more jobs. Citizen is stranded? I mean, no, you're not. Kerr likes to get himself in little spots. We're making progress here. It's just taking a bit. This is all fine. We've really been cranking out the crafts. I don't know that we need... Do I pause rock crafts? I might pause rock crafts. Let's just do that. Just gonna do that. That'll pause it. We don't have that much rock around. We've already used all of our rock a couple times. I do wonder. So clearly the salt water is not going to freeze, right? A layer of 1 salt water does not turn into ice. And then what else? The other thought that I've had, which we can't do down here, I guess we're gonna have to do it. Okay, they're still working on it. If water into a pit with a magma cart does not work, the other thought that I've had because we have ice boulders, right? And when ice melts, it creates water, but it does not create a depth of water, right? It creates a water item, but it does not create depth 1 of 7 water. So I'm also wondering if you tossed an ice boulder into a pool of magma, does that create steam? And does that create obsidian? So I'd like to test that as well. I think we're going to do that by putting in a trapdoor here. And then we'll link that up to a lever. And we'll dump an ice boulder on it, and then we'll just drop the ice boulder into the magma. And we'll see what that does. And if neither of those things work, the only other thought I've had is we do this, but in reverse. If we have a minecart filled with water in a pool of magma, what would that do? And if none of those work, if none of those do anything, I could just put a door in here. If I, no? You don't like that? Okay, fine. Fine. I could do like this. How about I do this? I'm just gonna put a door here. No? Is it the ramp? They don't like building on ramps. So I'm gonna put a door here. There we go. It's getting there. It's definitely drying out. That got placed, so now we're gonna go down to our lever room. Gonna link this to here, but I want the target to be magma safe just in case. Just in case. There's a pixie flying around out here. Still waiting for one more bucket worth. What is this? This is all tetrahedrite? This is all copper ore? This is iron ore? There's my platinum, there's some gold. Hey, okay. We're still milling dimple cups. Didn't I put a limit on the dimple cups? I thought I put a limit on the dimple cups. Of course, they're not really ending up in here, but they should be. Dimple dye. Does it also need to take bags? Dimple dye bag. Where do bags end up? Where do bags end up? Bag. Yarn, leather, plant cloth. See if that fixes that. Because the job, I swear I put mill dimple cups, right? It should be stopping. It should be stopping. Now it stopped. Now it's probably just going straight into here. I don't know why that isn't ending up in... The claw should be ending up in here. Hello, Bowser. How's it going? We got purple cloth. Got poetry. Got pasturing things. That's a lot of yaks. We should deal with some of our yaks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are milking. You can't hell yeah twice in a row. Did it not let you? That's funny. Can I have a thing check on how much milk we have? So we got some milk. Told me it's identical to a previous message. Interesting, so it doesn't like spamming. So you just have to say something in between. Can you say it? Can you do it now? Let's say milk? No. Milk? It's gonna be like all the different kinds of milk. I just want animal milk. And parts of milkfish. Can I just say milk? Milk items. Can I say milk buckets? Milk buckets. Interesting, okay. So I say milk buckets less than 10. Now let's do that. Okay. In theory, that means that we will stop milking until we turn all that milk into cheese. Hell yeah. There you go. Relevant question, if I mark a bunch of livestock for butchering, will the meat spoil if I queue too many? Yes. How do I manage the leather seems not to be saved? Those are two very good questions. You are still gonna milk. I want to see if it re-adds itself again, because it should be... It should just stop. Whether or not stuff rots is mainly down to how much labor you have available at the time of butchering. The main thing you want to... some smaller animals do not drop hides. That is also true. The main thing you want to look out for is butchering so many animals that the outputs stay in the workshop before they can move things to a stockpile or cook it or whatever. Perishable things will last forever as long as they're in a proper stockpile, but if they're just sitting in the workshop, then they're going to start to rot. That's how that works. Shouldn't you be output 2 fresh yarn? It should be fine. Should be fine. Llamas and yaks, so they should be fine. They will definitely make some leather. One thing you need to look out for as far as leather goes, and I think I have it up here. I have a refuse stockpile up here. By default, fresh hides will go into a refuse stockpile. Which means you need to find it. It's fresh raw hide. So ideally, you go into whatever refuse stockpiles you have and say that they are not allowed to take fresh raw hides. Because, at least I think it still works this way, things that are put into a refuse stockpile will decay faster. So it might just be that they're putting them in a refuse pile and then they're decaying before they are able to use them. But if you want to make a stockpile that is just specifically for your leather shop, right? I have a tanner here. You also need a tanner, but you can create a little stockpile like this, and it would be a refuse stockpile, but only allow fresh raw hides. I don't know if you need to turn any of these on. I guess let's find out. Let's see how this works. We're gonna butcher some yaks. Cause we got a bunch. We got a yak explosion going on here. We're just gonna take out like half of them. Not even half. Holy cow. We're gonna do that to start with, cause like we were just talking about, it can go too fast. But here's the butcher shops. Let's see how it works. Solution: put your butcher shop above ground. No miasma. That also works. That does actually work. If it prevents the miasma, it does not prevent the losing of the animal products. It just is less stinky. We have a yak. We have 2 yaks on their way up here. I don't know why the dogs just love our little hospital entrance here. Sorry for hijacking. No worries. I like answering questions like that. Especially when I can just like show them exactly what's going on. What am I getting from the humans? I think we're actually okay on wood at the moment. I'm gonna continue asking for instruments. Instruments and sheets. Why not? There we go. So now it immediately, like, butchering is instant, right? So this yak just turned into a bunch of things, and you can see stray yak bull skin. So let's see where this ends up. Sometimes they'll just take it straight from the workshop and into the tanner shop, so it might not even hit the, There we go. Yep, well there it is. Yeah. So now it got put into this stockpile here. And now, and the other thing is that by default it's turned on, but you want to go into your standing orders and automate tannery. And I usually leave this on because I don't know of a situation where you would want a raw hide that doesn't get turned into leather. I don't think you can do anything with a raw hide if it's not leather. So automate tannery should be on by default, but you want that to be on. And that means whenever a hide is created, it will create a tan a hide job. So now someone's going to come by and tan this hide. There you go. So that's the main thing. Making sure you have a tannery, make sure you have auto tanning on, make sure it's not ending up in a refuse stockpile in some awkward spot. Those are the main things. I guess we're gonna trade with the humans. Pretty sure this went to refuse. By default, like if just a normal refuse pile will accept them. And that's definitely tripped me up before. Trade. Hey, look, instruments and sheets. Oh my god. Okay. Do we want expensive instruments? I think I'm gonna take the cheap instruments. Almost 3,000 crystal glass Nazanyak? However you want to pronounce that. And we're just gonna take some of these cheap sheets. Why not? Keep the trade going. Cheap entertainment, exactly. Okay, this is almost dry. And then this has been linked. So I'm going to... How do I do this? Because I can't make a stockpile. I can make a dump. That means I'm going to need to go disable my other dumps, right? I have a couple dumps just around. So I'm going to like dump the ice and it's just going to end up in there. But this dump goes away. Do I have another one? There's one here. And then there was something down here. Yeah, down here. That goes away, and that goes away. I think that's all of them. We're slaughtering yaks. That makes sense. So I'm literally just going to go to this ice boulder and say dump it. And it should just end up right on top of this trapdoor. Is there anyone? We're still milling. I don't know why we're still milling. Don't we have... I thought I had a bunch. Like a powder? Yeah. We have dye. I don't know why we're continuing to mill the dye. Mill dimple cups. Why? This should not be activating. It should not be activating. They're still not ending up in here. I would love for you to end up in there. We have so many pigtails. We have so many dimple cups. I'm just gonna turn off the mill job for now. Can continue dyeing the cloth as long as there's cloth to dye. And this is still not full. Does it matter? It might be fine. It might be fine. Someone gave birth to something. It was animals, I bet, though. There's a giant snowy owl upstairs. Very nearly. Nope. Someone gave up on this. Yeah, stop milling. Stop milling. I don't need a sixth of my fortress milling at any time, at all times. And you all should be taking jobs these days. Attend meeting? Sure. We also have a lot of dogs. I thought I gelded the dogs. Yeah, I guess I did. We just have a lot of them. We also have cats, but I don't think any of them can reproduce. Yeah. Okay. It's the yaks and the llamas. Any animal people? Not right now. Oops. Not right now. Still waiting on that. Just gonna let it go. We have 4 tiles left here. This is all snowed in too. Still haven't moved that. Someone... No, see, I don't know why... Dwarves keep claiming hens as pets. Excellent. This seems fine. You can make them not available for adoption if you want. So it's not like canceling for a reason. It's just... I don't know. Kinda like it. I mean, if they like the hens, then it's gonna make them happy, right? As long as they're enjoying themselves. Okay, so someone currently has a dump job. Right? Who has... No, all our polar bear people are doing nothing. No, see, you're brewing. Load cage trap. Did we catch something? Did we catch that owl? No one is... So no one's dumping. I'm confused. So then who has this job? Does that mean the hens follow the dwarves around the fort? Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I like the image of a... Oh, we caught another polar bear. We have another polar bear now. Sweet. We're gonna continue training. Who was our trainer? I told someone to be a trainer. Here, it's Siller. You. Right, that's the same Siller? Yeah. Perfect. down to 3 tiles of water there. I thought when you got this symbol here, it meant that someone had taken that job. Right, so who has... No one has a dump job. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Then, like, it just gives up at some point. This is what the problem with ice boulders is they don't, since they don't belong in any stockpiles or anything, you can't, like, move them very intentionally. Unless it changed. Kind of wish that they could belong in a stockpile. This is ice. Okay, how's this? This is still at 6 of 7. It might be fine. We're just gonna try it like this, because I'm impatient. So we're gonna open up this floodgate. Hey, okay, well that made mist, so that's just the water falling. So there is 4 of 7 in there. So we didn't lose any water. But it's also definitely not... No, I don't want anyone to come grab that. It's definitely not boiling the water or anything. I doubt the level of water is the problem, but I'm gonna... Just in case, I'm gonna get it up to 7. Get just a little bit more water in there. What mad science am I trying to pull off? I want a reliable way to create steam. Because I want to make a sauna. I want to make a sauna on a glacier. That's like the entirety of my focus right now. But there isn't... We have not yet found a reliable way to just make steam. I have an iron minecart filled with molten magma in a pit filled with water, and nothing is happening. I wonder if... Like, what if the tile directly beneath had magma in it? That affect anything? Temperature is kind of mysterious to me. Still got 3 more tiles in here. Hi, giant crab. That's a giant crab. That's just a giant crab. Do we still have a hunter? I had someone... yeah. cut on. Do you want to go hunting? You have your bow, you have a quiver. Oh, I wanted to switch you off because did we make arrows? We made arrows, right? Yeah. We made a bunch of copper arrows. Attack is weak point for massive damage. Yeah. I'm gonna restrict you to your job and see if that prompts you to hunt. I would love some crab meat. Or maybe it'll get caught. Maybe we can breed crabs. Maybe we can breed crabs. The things I need to remember to feel young. I don't know, if you think about that, it makes me feel old. How many years ago was it that you heard that phrase for the first time? He's just minding his own business up here. How's our hunter? Our hunter has no job. You do not have ammo. 10 to 15 years? Yeah, that sounds right. Pick up equipment. You grab some arrows and then you drop them off. Why? Where'd you put them? What did you just do? Don't even see them. Like, what? I also don't know what their obsession with hanging out in the pasture is either. Okay, so you're gonna go pick up equipment. Maybe. Nope. Golden age of crab memes. Yep. It's fine. All memes will devolve into crab at some point, right? Given enough time, all memes become crab. Now only remembered as Crab Brave Eternal. What on earth? What on earth? So now you're gonna try again. There, so now you grabbed a bunch of bismuth bronze bolt, right? Assigned to hunters. Oh, do I need to? That's right. So there was like... Oh, where did that live? There was something about... This, set hunter ammunition. Yeah, all of it. You may use all of it. So material, metal. Amount, just take 25. Confirm. Why is this so hard? Maybe we need this job to go to a kobold. Maybe a kobold is gonna do better at this. I just don't want one of our kobolds to be murdered by a crab. We also have no one with any combat experience. Like, at all. What about Kerr? Kerr was doing a little bit better with jobs. Let's see what you figure out. It's hunting domesticated llamas. Look, we don't need those hunted. They are friends. Saying you grabbed a crossbow. Drinking some dwarven wine. We should have quivers. Just grabbed a crutch. Oh, you're hauling stuff out of the trade depot. I guess that's fine. We have quivers, right? We have some quivers. I'm just gonna say make some leather quivers. Just in case, make 10 of them, why not? We might need it to be a kobold. Okay, so now you're gonna pick up equipment. So there's a quiver. So now grab some bolts. Uh-huh. Go down. Okay, sure. Sure, why not? Okay, so now you have bolts. Now go hunt a crab. Do we still have a crab? No, we have a yeti. Okay, maybe don't hunt the yeti. The crab has left though, so we'll have to wait for something else to come by to see if that actually works. Two more tiles. I just don't want to risk it. And then this still hasn't happened. And then this has happened. So I'm going to say that we're good on this pit. Gonna pull this lever. So it's definitely gonna fill this hole. No, I don't want to dump it. I want to forbid it. That's what I was trying to do. Right, okay, so now there's 7 of 7 in here. And it will not create steam. Okay. I'm also kind of assuming that reversing it, if I had water in a minecart and then put the minecart in magma, is going to have a similar result. A watched pot never boils, it's true. But then I would never know. Okay, so I'm gonna was gonna take our minecart back. So, how would I do that? So I'm gonna take an empty minecart. I'm gonna put it in here so I can fill it with water. So I do want to refill this pit. Just gonna do that. Going to, in theory, retrieve our minecart and bring it back to our stockpile. I guess I want to remove our route, right? I'm gonna create a new route. Inaccessible. You can get there. Let's wait until that one gets removed, I guess. Maybe. Whatever, now you're just all hanging out in your bedrooms. I guess that's fine. Hey, look! Okay. That is excellent. I'm also going to forbid the rock because someone's going to come in here and get frozen. We don't want anyone coming in here. Let's even set like a restricted traffic area. We really don't want people coming in here unless they need to. So, pump the water. Surely this will just work the way I believe it does, right? Surely this will just be fine. That still hasn't happened. Okay. It still says it's salt water. Excuse me. No, that's just water, but this is salt water. Why did this become salt water? Hey, look, the dwarves are here. Why? Why is this water and why in this salt water? Is it because of those waves? Is it because there was salt water in here at one point? Pumping should filter, that's what I thought. But like, the water, this water in the trough is water, but this is salt water. I was expecting it to filter. That is what I wanted. So here it is water. Here it is water. There it is water. Here it is salt water. There must have just been some salt on the ground here. I need to like not contaminate my thing. Woof. Okay. Certainly it wasn't like a pile of salty mud. So... I guess I'm still gonna keep those two. I'm gonna pump it out. I'm just gonna pump it back out. I guess this one needs to go away. Right, and then I screw pump in this direction. Getting them in there is gonna be fun. Because they can't walk through this tile, right? As it is, I don't know that they can access this. Just don't... Nobody fall in, please. I think I need to get rid of this one. I'm gonna drain all this out, and then I'm gonna like pave the floor. I'm gonna do more. We're gonna do more shale blocks. I'm just gonna keep doing that. Rock block. Gonna say like 30. Specify shale. I'm going to our little quarry area. And just say dig me some shale. Shale, yeah. So that got made. So now we can just pump out, right? There. And see here, this is also water, water, water into the salt water. So it is purifying. It just turned into salt water when it came in here. I'm not gonna bother trading. Goodness gracious. The ground's salty somehow? It has to be, right? I have no idea what else this would be. Okay, that's as pumped as it's gonna get. I need to like clean it. How do I tell them to clean? I can smooth it. What if we smooth it? What if we just smooth the whole dang thing? I guess you can't really smooth ramps, can you? The wiki definitely did not mention this. Salt water. Dwarves cannot use salt water directly. While healthy dwarves will usually prefer to drink booze, wounded dwarves can only be giving water to drink. To check to see if water is salty, blah blah blah. A screw pump or a U-bend made of stairs can be used to desalinate water. Dwarves will drink water from a well over salt water, give it to sick dwarves, and use it to clean wounds. Even if you do not designate the well as a water source, the dwarves will still use it. It's literally everything about salt water on the wiki. Is there any other references to salt on this page? I guess there's a couple. If clean water or even salt water flows into stagnant water, it will convert it to fresh water. What? Note that water spawns on the map, such as the output of a screw pump or dumped bucket. A tile orthogonally adjacent to a tile of stagnant water will itself spawn stagnant water. Water items such as buckets, when withdrawing water from a well, will always describe what contaminant they're tainted by. However, emptying out the buckets will not produce the contaminant. Additionally, stagnant and salt are special types of contaminants that change the description of liquid water itself. Okay. That's all it says. Found discussion on Reddit about it being salty ground problem, yes. Any indication if me, like, constructing floors over the floor, would that solve the issue? Need to protect from the ground with a constructed floor. Okay, perfect. Can a constructed floor then become tainted with water? Do I need to wait until this dries out to construct floors? Or does constructing floor over water... Let's try this. Does that delete the water? Yup. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Will the mouse overstate the floor is salty? It didn't say anything. It just says, snow-covered smooth shale, a dusting of snow, pile of mud. Stretch dwarves to lick. There we go. Let's get the llamas up here. I'm gonna do all the ramps around the outside as well. I'm gonna pretend that this is all just gonna work out. This should all just work out, right? What about this? Just do it. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Okay. Well, we're learning some things, right? And this is just still here. Like, you should be able to That's funny. Has anyone done that before? So now there's some more water there. That should be fine. Still a Yeti out there. Of course, our quarry is priority 1 for our miners. Because I'm smart. I mean, they're getting through it. Just do that. Okay. Now, can you grab this? It's not too deep to walk through. There's no, it's not assigned to anything. I just want it to go to its home. It has a stockpile it belongs in. Look at that. Looks nice at least. There's no mud. I wonder if it's the mud. I wonder if the mud remembers that it's salty mud. If we get rid of all the mud, then maybe it's fine. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Like, they can get stuff done when they're actually working on it. They just don't want to work on it. The mud remembers, yes. Perfect. So now let's try this again. Bets on if this works. Are you hunting? No, you're drinking. You're out here drinking, because of course you are. I like the snow on the rim here. It's like a giant margarita. It's still salt water. What the hell? Okay. So clearly I need to be not touching the ground at all, right? I need to put something up on stilts. I'm gonna deconstruct this holding thing, and we're just gonna put a thing up on stilts and pump it up further. Because clearly that is what is needed here. Give me my blocks back. The sloped bits? But I constructed floor over those too. Those are constructed ramps now. I don't know how that would... I mean, clearly it's something. Is the snow salty? I don't see how it could be, right? I don't see how it could be. Maybe it's just there's still mud under here. I mean, there's still... Well, now there's water under here because... Oh, and see, now you're not gonna be able to get out because you're taking out all the ramps. So let's leave one ramp. We're just gonna redo this whole thing. We're just gonna redo the whole dang thing. Even just gonna put a little bin stockpile up here, or block stockpile. Shale blocks. Goblet style? Yeah, basically. We're gonna make a giant martini glass. Now you're just hanging out. Okay. Oh, you have to wait till this. That's okay. You were trapped. Okay. Let's try again down here. I'm gonna go a little further away from the shore so we're not dealing with waves, right? I'm gonna say... I think the size was right. I think a 10 by 10 works as far as size goes. So I'm gonna say a corner goes here. Or I'm gonna do a 9... No... 10 by 10 still works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then here. There's our footprint, right? We should be safe from the waves. I'm gonna do a handful of stairs, realistically. I'm gonna go up by 2 levels, right? I'm gonna say this is stilt, this is stilt, this is floor, like this is this level of the space, and then we need to access the ceiling because I'm gonna put a roof on it as well, because oh my god. So we're gonna do that. Do... Nope, can't access. That is fair. Okay. And then from here... Oh, I guess... If this is the 10 by 10... I want the wall to be out here. Well, maybe we'll do... Maybe 8 by 8 is fine. Well, that's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna say wall goes like this. Except I need to wait in as well. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say floor. Yeah, that's... How am I doing this? How am I doing this? We're gonna start with just floor. Okay, so I should be able to work on all that. All the blocks can just come from there. Yeah, I should have built the stairs further out. Oh well. It's gonna be good enough. So then over here we want like a little pump stack, right? So if I do a... Maybe, okay, sounds good. I'll be here. I'll be here. Oh my god. So I'm going to pump south. And of course, this whole system is gonna be salty from the get-go. But that didn't seem to be an issue. It's gonna end up here. And then I guess we can just do like a linear thing, right? So we're gonna say wall like this. I hope this doesn't fill. I'm gonna put a floor here just in case. I'm even gonna put a roof over it. Of course, I need to do a stair. So stair goes like that. Floor will eventually go there. I want like just a couple of these things first. Right, and then that's happening. And this should all be fine, right? So now I need a roof. No, come on, you need to finish the stair. So we're getting mist. I mean, does salty mist touching it matter? Okay, so now I'm gonna put... Actually, I don't want a roof, because that's gonna be where the next level comes out of. Well, first of all, let's see if we can just get clean water right here. So if we can't do that, then what are we even doing, right? Maybe it's a matter of like channeling so that we get further away from the waves, if that's the case. Okay. Pump. Water, okay. We have clean water. We have clean water right there. My goodness. So then it needs to go up one. Right, so there's gonna be a pump on this level. And then a pump up to this level. I'm gonna put walls in like this. It's all very silly. So this is basically just gonna come over this way. And then we'll leave it open on the end. I'm gonna put a pump here and then a pump here. And they need to not build the corners, I guess. Or we're just gonna have ramps in here so that they can get back in. That's what we're gonna do. It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be hard to move a boulder of ice. It shouldn't be hard to make clean water. Right? Science is never easy. This is true. This is too true. I'm gonna have one floor here. This will be the footprint of our uppermost. Actually, I want to pump in from above, don't I? I want another layer of stuff, because if it does freeze, if we're pumping in from this level, it's just going to freeze right here and then clog up our pump, right? So I need to like have it pour up over the lip. That's what's going on here. So I do need a wall here. Okay, so now they can get in and out. So, no access. Fine. Fine. That might be a vestigial floor there. What we're gonna do? Floor tile here. This will be our uppermost pump. There we go. So now we have machine pump pumping south like this. Right. So then that's pumping from this tile. So now I want... So I need 1, 2. I need 2 more pumps. Yeah, this was silly. I'm gonna get rid of it. I can put a ramp there. Did I just kill someone? You gonna be okay? Who did I just kill? Our stock keeper? I might have just killed our stock keeper. I mean, you can walk. Okay, you checked yourself into the hospital. He says I'm okay. I'm up. This is what happens. Whenever I get too frustrated with the construction, I unassemble it in the wrong way and kill someone. That is not the first time that's happened. Now I want to rebuild this wall. That's gonna be fine. This is fine. Oh, and that blew up my my pump. There's just no pump there anymore. Good. How many people died building medieval cathedrals? A lot, I assume. I can only assume a lot. That's not usually because someone was like, hey, just go disassemble the thing that you're standing on top of. Okay. So this goes here. Or it needs floor. So I need floor there. This will be the tile they stand on when it's going. Gonna pump from this tile. So I need this area to be like the bit where it's not even gonna... I can't get there. So this... I'm trying to like imagine it and explain it at the same time. Putting together IKEA furniture wrong has made me want to kill someone before too, I get it. Some of you will die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm more risk averse than that. I'm just also very impatient sometimes. That's the problem. Greetings, friend. How goes Dwarf Fortress? It goes. Oh my gosh. Trying to make ice and failing. Trying to make an ice machine. But welcome in. I've had a couple more failed mist or steam experiments. Waiting for them to, like, I'm telling them to dump this ice boulder here. And it ain't working. Like, they should be able to, they can dump onto a thing, right? I know I've done that before. They don't want to touch this. Okay, so this layer is pumping from here. This layer is... So then this is the pump. And then this is where we're pumping from. Which means a pump goes here. And it's pumping from there. So I need a floor here. I'll like mark with my thumb. Right? Pretty sure. I'm gonna put a floor here just so it's covered. And then this just goes like that, right? I don't actually need most of this. Was finished up to chapter and I'm waiting for my beta to wake up and review it, so I have a bit of time. Excellent. Hooray. It's always a fun time, right? When you finish a thing, but you don't know yet. Just want opinions. I know how that is. Okay, so the pump goes just the right of the thumb smidge. Exactly. Exactly. So then I need floor here for the water to rest on, right? So that's going to be where that goes. And then I want a wall like this. And then I'm going to do like just do like a ramp here so that they can get up. Or no, I want this whole thing to be covered. I want it all to be covered. So we're going to say wall like this. And we're going to put a floor across the whole thing. Already out. Shale blocks. Yep. Need more shale rock blocks. I say do another 30. Do them out of shale. So the pump goes, yeah. Actually wrote of it some on my phone at work with Google Docs while waiting for ArcGIS Pro to stop lagging. I don't know what that is. Some random who isn't my supervisor decided to drop some work on me directly. Gross. Instead of going through channels, which annoyed me, it was an interesting little task, so I went ahead and did it. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Chapter of a DMC fanfic. Excellent. Yeah, I realized after our last conversation, I didn't actually ask you what the what the fanfic is for. Oh, we had some cats die. We had some cats die of old age. That is fine though. Nothing too wrong with that. And then they're just, jeez. How am I doing this? We need to still have access to all of this. Right? Because someone still needs to get in here. This is all going to be manual pumping. That's going to go there. And then, yeah, I guess I can just do that. I'll at least be able to get up there. Geographic Information System, ArcGIS Pro is a particular GIS application. Interesting. Best way for a cat today, I guess. No, they need to be invincible. They need to be immortal. Task was to find the closest 500 homes to a particular park. Trimmed my query to precisely the closest 500 homes, filtering out all vacant properties, commercial and industrial properties, properties owned by the Commonwealth. Cool. That does sound like one of those problems that's interesting the first time. Then they ask you to do it 100 more times, and you're like, actually I'm good. It's not as interesting this time. Okay, so then our other pump is gonna be here. Right, so I need access here. Oh, come on. Elves are back. I don't care. I don't care. Apparently cat in Japanese translates to sleepy child animal. That makes sense. Should have taken it 2 hours because it was laggy. Took 20 years instead. Oh, fun. Wrote a fic on my phone waiting for it to finish. Now that's the best. Should be able to build that. This one's a little less straightforward. This is way more complicated than it needs to be, I feel like. But clearly it does because our other attempt just straight up failed. And then I want floor here. And then this is going to be our little bit for the new thing. Right? So we're just going to... Yeah, no, I need floor here too. Need floor here. And wall... wall like this. Been listening to Star Wars media and it's engaging the Star Wars fic brain. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need fewer Disney series and more fan fiction. That's what the Star Wars universe used to run on. DMC fanfic, so far it's about 250,000 words. No big deal. Altogether 6 separate works, trying to finish number 6. Cool. I guess over 6 works, that's not too bad. It's a little less than 50,000, but still, that's a lot. How long has that taken you? That feels like an endeavor. How do I do this? So, I guess I'm gonna put a floor there so that I can build the walls. So now that can go. That can go. I'm just gonna do a floor here. And I want a roof over all this too. So that's gonna be that, and then this is our hole. So then I want a wall like this. Oh, goodness gracious. But I think that's gonna work. All right, I'm gonna put a wall there. And then I think I want a wall here too. And then we put a pump here. And then a roof like that. That all seems fine, right? I feel like I can get rid of some of this excess as well. So this will get taken out. This pump pumps from the ocean to here, and then this pump pumps to here, and then this pump pumps to here. This pump pumps into our ice box. Just gonna slowly snow in. I'm like clearly asking you all involved questions and then not reading chat. When my tasks take too long, I stare at Instagram reels. The struggle is real. Didn't work on them at all for 6 years, but I'm excited to be closing in on the finish line. Interesting. Started in 2013, last semester of undergrad. Very cool. Was toying with trying to write my fantasy stuff again. I acted out so many scenes in my head, but getting it down is hard. The eternal struggle, yes. That is indeed the hard part. I'm going to remove at least those. Right, that should be fine. And then, do I care about having a roof over this? I'm gonna be paranoid. I'm gonna be absolutely overkill paranoid. Let's put a floor here, and I'll put a door there. And then a ramp and a ramp just for symmetry. Now I need to get rid of this tile. I might just do it this way, honestly. And put it back. I hope I don't freeze someone with this. Cat. Run! It's all still water, right? It's just plain old water. Put a block there. Oh, now there's a hole there, so now I need to put a floor there. That is fine. Don't trap the cat. Thank you. My gosh. Cool. And then a door goes here. A roof goes here. Didn't go there. Okay. I think I did it. I think I did it. Sitting in the first meeting of my modern political thought class and went, and started to write. Most of what I started didn't go anywhere. This one went somewhere. I mean, you just follow the threads as you find them, right? That's all you can do. You're thinking of writing, just so you know, speech-to-text dictation counts, true. I just have to edit a lot for errors, yes. I agree. Hi, Jexwing, welcome in. Wrote pretty steadily in 2019 when I hit a deep depressive episode, and then like 2 months ago I hit a massive manic episode and decided to channel it productively instead of like spending my life savings on shit I don't need. That seems wise. the pepper pounce, that's a good one. Best slushy machine. This is gonna be the biggest ice machine. This is definitely a kobold-sized ice machine, right? Like, acting out the exposition and the big moments that I honestly need to do that is wasted on open air. Doing stuff for yourself isn't waste, I don't think. If you're enjoying it, then it's not a waste, right? Okay, so we're gonna do this one at a time. I'm gonna say pump this, and we're going to make sure that it's still clean water. Might even need to, I wonder about that tile. Ugh. Ugh. Should I? Oh, I. I'm gonna be paranoid. Gonna be paranoid. Political science in 2010, 2014 mostly skewed toward British politics. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Gonna put a floor there. Which message didn't send? I don't even see one. I don't see one that tells me it failed. Peated bourbon message is just saying that I hate scotch and peated whiskeys in general, but I bizarrely enjoy this peated bourbon. Interesting. My spouse is way into bourbon and whiskey and stuff recently. Not necessarily the peated stuff. I think they would agree that that's not the note that they're interested in, generally speaking. Okay, we're gonna pump. But it's like, it's not necessarily my thing. I'm not really into hard liquor much at all. Like, I'll drink beer sometimes, but even then, not much. Says it's water. Okay. Now we pump here. Says it's water. So we pump here. Cross your fingers, hold on to your butts. Here comes another polar bear. Oh, and then that turned into ice. Why? This is fine, but this is ice. Oh my god. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then bang my head against this a bit more. Peated whiskeys taste a lot like iodine, which make it taste like chewing on a Band-Aid. Oh, gross. If you're enjoying it, it's not a waste. It's such a hard thing to internalize. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. That's why I have to tell myself every time. Feels good in the moment that I can't recapture it when I try to record it. True. Not being able to reproduce it is always... Yeah. It's a rye. Oh, well, there you go. Of course it tastes like rye. It's a rye. Glad there aren't cave lion people in base Dwarf Fortress. That sounds intense. What is a cave lion? On an uncle visit 2 months ago. Angel's Envy. Interesting. I don't think I've heard of them. My partner might have. Here, there's a difference between Speyside and Island whiskeys. I have also heard this. We've gone down the rabbit hole with a couple, or maybe just one, whiskey YouTube channel. And I've been slowly, like, I find it all interesting. I find it all interesting. It does not relate to me in any way. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then something. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, shipping us stuff might be a little painful right now. Looking through different cat people to see who'd be the cattiest. I have some pretty cats. I don't know if they're the cattiest cats. Okay. So here's where we're at. I can pump ocean water onto ground level, and it becomes water. I can pump up one level, and it's still water. I pump up one more level, and it becomes ice. So... So, like, the height matters? How... The height matters. TIL. I'm curious if, like... What if I put, like, magma directly beneath it? What if I put a little bit of magma directly underneath this tile? Would that melt it? Or directly above? I guess I can't do directly above. And if I made... Does it freeze instantly, or if it's flowing, does it keep going? I really just need to go one more level. Okay, well, clearly I'm gonna stop pumping. Has anyone done this yet? No. Does someone want to... No one wants to dump my thing. Don't get it. Can I mark it for melting? No. So I have a dump that I placed there. I have... Maybe I'm gonna try a different ice block. We have some boulders down here. Right here. Dump. Maybe one of these will work. What are you all doing? Oh, the seeds. Oh yeah, the seeds for the farm we can't do. Okay, well, we'll see if that does anything. I just need like little warmers. Just give it little hand warmers. So can I... How would I do this? I'm gonna do another little stairwell. Now it's summer. Ocelot man. Ooh. Mom asked for the thing yesterday and I knew she meant the TV remote, but I made her think of the actual word before I gave it to her. Sometimes worry she's developing memory problems. It seems like every object is a thing. I think that's just the modern age. They are just all things. One thing that I've been doing to myself, this is completely internal and self-imposed, but when I'll be thinking about a thing and then I'll get distracted and I'll start thinking about a different thing and I'll be like, wait, where did I start with? And used to be that I would like, just kind of go, oh, well, that thought's gone forever now, right? But recently I've been trying to say like, no, if I lost a train of thought, I'm going to sit here and think about it until I get it back again. Just to develop the muscle memory of regaining my train of thought, right? So sometimes it'll take me a bit. Sometimes I'll be sitting there for a couple of minutes being like, no, don't think of anything else. Where was I 2 minutes ago? But I can usually get it back. But sometimes it's really, really hard. Close to Tundra might get Lynxman. We are on, I think we're partially on Tundra. I don't know if we're fully Glacier or if some of this counts as Tundra. I'm gonna say we're gonna have a stairwell that goes like this. Because I'm just gonna do like a wall. I'm gonna do like here. We're just gonna do a wall there. So make it a little pedestal. Bourbon was a French family, and then it was a county in Virginia, which became Kentucky. We still have Bourbon County, and then it was a drink that originated with a white dog being shipped to New Orleans in old fish barrels. Interesting, that had been charred inside to take the fish smell away. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that part. I didn't know that that's why the charring started. That's interesting. No, fine, whatever. I want a floor there. This is all so precarious. Our last fort was literally hanging a temple above a river in a canyon, and this feels more precarious. This is more intricate. Okay. And then how am I gonna fill it? I need... I need to get rid of this. Why can't I scroll? OBS, why do you do this? Sometimes I just can't scroll. There we go. Reminds me of the Tumblr story of a family who spoke Farsi and their parents would use the Farsi word for TV remote until the parents revealed that there was no Word in Farsi that they knew of for TV remotes, they just been using a nonsense word and never told their bilingual kids. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Best thing you do to prevent memory loss is addressing hearing loss early. Oh, that's good to know. Hearing loss is definitely a thing in my family. Of course I did that in the wrong order. So now I have to put a floor here. I guess I want a floor there anyway, so I'm gonna put a track stop here and dump into here. And then they... Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Now. Gonna get rid of that piece of floor. Gonna put floor here. Gonna put a track stop here. Looking at the art for Linksman and they look so polite. Okay, I have to check it out. Oh, that's so cute. That's very cute. Some very dapper art there on the wiki. Tried my hand at learning Welsh on Duolingo. Remember none of it. Welsh is wild. Welsh is a wild language. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna dump a little bit of magma in there. And we're gonna pray that that does something. Need more puzzles in my mind. Puzzles are learning how TTRPG systems work. I mean, that's not wrong. Really need Facebook to stop suggesting memories and photos of stories related to my cat who passed. Yeah, Facebook. I'm so over Facebook. I'm so over social media. I haven't really logged into Facebook in quite a while at this point. And my life is better for it. There's some magma. So we're gonna haul up some magma. Oh, and then it put floor there too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Do you think the quantity of magma in a space has any effect on the temperature? Or is it like some magma is the same as all quantities of magma? Like if I have 2 of 7 magma here, is that going to make the same temperature as if I had 7 magma? The humans are back. I don't care. I so don't care. Just bring me... Where'd the instruments go? There you are. Just bring me music machines. Not similar to English at all. I like the idea of learning a threatened language from this country like Gaelic or Manx. I haven't heard of Manx. It's just too hard. It's very hard. Better not let Linksman into your fortress if you don't want your nobles to get robbed and your dwarves to get addicted to skooma. They have wares if you have coin. Facebook brings me nothing but tired. Yep. Yup. Mandatory reels always feels like distressing videos and AI voice descriptions. Like, right. Like, why even bother? Like, why? Okay, so I'm gonna dump. I think I'm gonna do another, I think we're gonna go up to 4. Just for the sake of being safe. So I'm gonna delete the route. Wait for someone to grab the minecart. Manx's Isle of Man. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know they had their own. I've heard of Isle of Man, but I did not know that they had their whole own thing. Not that I should be surprised. We even used a wheelbarrow that time. Perfect. So, route goes here. Find a full minecart. Oh, come on. There we go. Cat, be careful. There's active magma here. Found a new story about that Chick-fil-A grand opening. I saw no comments about them being homophobes, then I changed the comments from relevant to all, and hundreds of them appeared like don't support these at all. Interesting. Wish I could say I was surprised. And if you asked Facebook about it, they'd be like, oh, it was the algorithm. Nothing we can do here. Went postal on Facebook one time because I kept suggesting cat rescue videos, which were clearly the opposite of rescues. Cute baby monkey videos, which are 100% abuse 100% of the time. Wow. Yup. Cornish went extinct to native speakers until a recent revival. Interesting. Hey, okay. I'm gonna say 4 is enough? Hopefully? Because it's saying, because we got warm tiles here, right? We got warm tiles here in the corners somehow. I call that good. Someone grab the minecart. The English suck. I really struggle to reconcile that, particularly when so many people are out being hyper-patriotic in a super public and super right-wing way right now. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Okay, so we're going to disassemble the track stop. We're going to put floor over this. Our doctor is going to floor over the magma. Then I'm going to put a wall right here. This is fine. Okay. So what do we think? Does this... It's like this doesn't register as warm, but these do. How does that work? Surely this should be warm? I wish I could get like the actual temperature of a tile. Is there a DF hack tool that tells me like the actual temperature of a tile? That's kind of what I want. Maybe, well, maybe the diagonals are going to be fine. Well, one way to find out. Place your bets. Does this turn into ice or are we okay now? Most recent thing I saw put on Facebook was a chat GPT. Oh. Wow. Did I do it? Okay. Okay. So now we need to pump. Now we need to pump. Wow, that worked. Okay. It must have just been like right on the cusp. This is still water. Here comes our bird person. Okay. But see, that's fine, right? Except it's an ice wall. I was hoping for an ice... Really? It's just a floating ice block? For real? I was expecting it to freeze immediately, but I was expecting it to at least fall. I was expecting it to freeze on this level. That was the whole point of coming up this high. Would it be better if there wasn't a slope here? But then it would just immediately freeze here again, wouldn't it? How do you do this? Why is it so hard? I need advice. Someone please fix this for me. $100 on being okay. Okay. How is our arrogant eagle man? I think he's okay. He's okay. I don't know that he's actually successfully... So we've caught another polar bear, and we have a bunch of puffins. The puffins are in the air. Are they all just gonna... They're just gonna hang out here. They're just gonna hang out there. I don't think our eagle man has actually hunted anything successfully, no. He's an adequate intimidator. He's doing okay. He's doing okay as anyone else. Is that good? I mean, can I mine it out? I mean, yeah. But it's just gonna do the exact same thing again. I want to be able to make like a chunk of ice and then mine the ice and then make a chunk of ice. I don't want to have to make one block at a time. Dwarf Fortress made me cry is like a Dwarf Fortress rite of passage. I'm sure that's happened before. Just not with this specific thing. I've seen people routing magma such that it is one wall away from water they want to keep liquid, but I want to keep it liquid until it hits here, right? Like, I want it to freeze. I just want it to freeze on this level and not this level. So does that mean I put a whole layer of magma above it? I mean, honestly, if we could just keep this tile clear, maybe that's what we do. Okay, let's try this. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. So now I need to get... I guess we have a ramp there, so we can get onto this roof. So I want floors like this. Cumbric is sort of north of Wales and west coast to lowlands of Scotland. Died out properly Middle Ages. Sort of lives on in Scots dialect, and we did live in Cumbrian dialect. Boats killed off in 19th century. Scots is so trippy, it's about as close to English as Dutch is. So we're gonna do walls. And then I want a ramp, but we can put a roof on it. Reform the Kingdom of Cornwall is a great decision in Crusader Kings. That sounds fun. How many, what's the technical word for it? Groups of people that aren't around anymore can you revive in Crusader Kings? So I'm gonna channel? I'm gonna channel this. Or no, not yet. Not yet. Ooh, not yet. I want to make these first. Lots, that's cool. After I heard about the whole Scott's wiki fiasco, I'd be saying so enamored with its progress. Scott's wiki fiasco? Tell me more. Wiki drama, my favorite. So we're gonna channel here. Right, so it's gonna leave a floating slope, but that's fine. I want a normal floor. And then we're gonna do a track stop. Can revive the Zunist sun worshippers in Afghanistan. Interesting. She is cute. I wonder where the other cutie is. She kind of ran off. Okay. Wall goes here. I guess we can assign our little route, right? So our route goes here. We use up all our magma on silly experiments and not for our actual magma forges. Cool. And then I need to get rid of this, right? I need to do floor like that. I mean, realistically, it's probably okay, but I'm gonna play it safe. We're playing it safe here. How do you use up magma? Well, yeah, or we have a supply of magma that we brought up from below. So we would have to, if I use it up, I'd have to move more, which we can do, but I moved it for one purpose and then haven't been using it for that purpose. Okay, channel. And then this froze. What? What? Why did it freeze now? Why is it frozen now? Can it just take a long time for it to freeze? So I'm just gonna do a floor here. Did magma dry up? No. Magma is eternal. It's right there. Nothing happened to it. Okay. So I'm gonna put... I guess I should have left the ice to see if this would actually melt it, but, you know. Gonna do that. Let someone grab the minecart. If there's a glacial slope, interesting. Is that at risk of making more ice? That means I need to come at it from the side. Ice 9? Oh god. Leave it to the kobolds to accidentally make Ice 9. Oh, that would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. No, not door. Accident? This is arcane cold magic, yeah. I think if the kobolds were to make a world-ending super weapon, it would be by accident. Like they might be... They might even be trying to end the world, but they would do it by accident. They would spend decades trying to end the world, and then their ice machine did it by accident. That to me is a very kobold thing. Okay, I'm gonna do another cart full of magma here. There we go. Failed successfully, exactly. So now... There's just ice there. I mean, I could try it now. Or maybe... No, it froze before I opened that. Kobolds have achievements in ignorance. Yeah. The opposite of orcs in 40k, who if they think it works, it's fine. If it should work, it doesn't, and if it doesn't work, it works in new ways. Like how between one D&D version and the next kobolds went from semi-feral dog to sophisticated dragonkin. Yes. I like the dragon ones. I really think the dragon bolts are cute. Okay, yep, run. Oh, but this one's empty. Why'd you put an empty one there? Or no, there's two there. Okay, whatever. We're gonna dump. There we go. So now I just remove the route. Put a floor over it. Disassemble the track stop. I like to think the dog bolts are a snowy mountain variety. There you go. Sleep time, okay. Well, wish me luck. We'll be here fiddling with ice and magma forever. The dwarves are back. Okay. The wizard did it. There you go. Okay, so now we have magma directly above this output tile. So I'm gonna get these bottom ones pumping first. Just in case, like, it moving matters, which I kind of have a hunch that it does. Okay, everyone, bring it in. Just leaving mugs on the roof, it's fine. Okay, so we're pumping here, we're pumping here. I'm gonna put someone on this one first as well. But as soon as we start pumping here, it's gonna start moving. And then everything's gonna be fine, right? Fingers crossed, cross your fingers, cross all your bits. Okay, so now, pump here. Pump there and then everything works. Oh my god. Why? I fixed this already. It doesn't even say it's warm anymore. These tiles aren't warm anymore. It's freaking magma. Oh, and it... Oh. Oh, did it freeze because it stopped? Okay, well, that did not help. The magma above did not help. How are these tiles not warm? All right. All right. So is the answer that it needs to happen on this level? What if I had my trough here, sitting on the ground, and then we pump over the lip? But then would that freeze? Seen magma on tiles to the side that appeared to work, but no idea why magma on top wouldn't. Right. Well, and below worked for a bit, but then it stopped working. Like, it said that these tiles were warm when we first placed the magma, but now it's not anymore. I do wonder how cold it is here. It might just be that cold. Of course, now if I want to do stuff here, I need to deal with this magma. Magma jacket with asbestos beanie. Did this work? Oh, we got some ice over here. Oh, but I did it wrong. I placed my tile wrong. Yeah. Well... Okay, well, I guess I wonder what happens if I open this. Gonna continue to experiment. To the door? I mean, it... whoa. I want to see it open. I want to see what happens when an ice boulder gets magma. Which, who knows if that's even going to happen here. I'm just going to go frame by frame. So if something happens, we can see it. There we go. So now we have ice there. And it falls. So now there's ice here. Oh, but the magma's beneath. Duh. Duh. I wonder if they can grab that. So I placed my zone wrong. Ugh. This is so painful. I'm gonna get rid of this door. I thought they would put it... Do I need... So I would put a dump... Like, they usually dump on the thing, but if there's a cliff nearby, so I just need to put a wall here. That what I need to do? How is that? Oh, it's on the thing. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Can you still reach these? Gonna try. Okay, no one fry, please. Yeah, just grab it. Well, then where are you going with it? Why are you bringing it inside? It's just gonna melt. You're just wandering around with your ice. Surviving longer than I thought it would. Just walking around with your emotional support ice boulder. And now it's gone. This game, I swear. Okay. Now I have ice boulders on a thing. My goodness. Now no one come up here. Now I can drop some boulders into magma. Please, please. Please, God of video games, make this do the thing. Nope. Sure didn't. Oh, wow, okay. Ken has Steam. Please give Steam. Give Steam. I mean, it could be this door, but like, who the heck knows? But I can't get rid of that because someone has to get in here. Oh, I didn't. I got rid of the floor, not the door. ChatGPT has an idea for how to make steam in Dwarf Fortress. I'd be surprised if it knew how to do anything in Dwarf Fortress correctly. Heck being a snooze. Heck is a heckin' snooze. I guess what I wanted there is a wall. Duh. Can't guarantee it isn't hallucinating. I'm sure. Well, tell me what it is. I'm very curious, but I have zero confidence in it. Me riding blind behind my back has an idea. Yeah, there you go. I give about equal weight to both of those. I don't know what to do other than just trying to do it lower. Because clearly the height is a thing that matters here, which is not something I expected to be the case, honestly. Like, I could put magma on the sides. It still wouldn't help here, though. I'd need to do, like 2 little pools on the side. Story is this: if you have magma 3 of 7 or deeper with a magma-safe grate on top, then you drip 1 of 7 water onto the grate. The water will flash to steam instead of obsidianizing. On a grate? Wouldn't it just flow through the grate? I mean, we can test that down here. This is our little test bed. Now there's water in it. Where would I do that? I would honestly just do this. Because there's 4 magma here. Does flow through the grate into the magma and then become steam, right? Like, I don't know. Could do like a metal grate. What if I do like an iron grate? Like a magma-proof grate. So bars? Should it be a grate instead of bars? You dump with a bucket, it'll dump 1 of 7 automatically, true. And that's what we were trying to do before. It just froze. I can make an iron grate. Let's make an iron grate. So there are 50 kettles on the grate, so the water boils because of the implication. Okay, so this clearly doesn't matter. Do I mess with more magma here, or do I try to make it down here? Because I can clearly get water here without it freezing. But it wouldn't necessarily freeze, right? Like, why does it freeze on this level but not this level? This is all just shale and such. I just want DF Hack to tell me the temperature of a tile. I think the water in the channel would freeze over time if not moving. Right. Right? That clearly doesn't matter. So then why was it okay here for a minute? Do we just need more magma? Should I make it 6? Hello, Lanix. How's it going? Welcome to suffering. Our mood's going up. I'm not giving them a whole lot to work on these days, so it's only me who's suffering. No. Just give me a full one. There we go. Decent. How's the fort? The fort is fine. The fort as a concept of a fort is fine. I'm trying to make an ice machine. And it don't really work. Okay, so now... Nope, that's the wrong one. They're gonna, like, grab each of those mine carts and then bring them up and then bring them back down again. Like, if I had magma directly underneath the output, it would just get to the edge of that thing and then freeze in like a square around here. Right? I'm really surprised that this doesn't do anything. And we have to grab that one. Hilarious. Do you have the magma one? Wow, you have got a lot of junk. Okay, you are placing the correct one. Okay. Dump the magma. Blam. So now we have 6 there. So now it's warm again. And now it's warm here. So now we're going to remove this. Remove the track stop. Put a floor there. Right? Is it just gonna... What was that? What on earth? Is that because we haven't made the floor yet. It just cooled down. It's just so dang cold out here that even the blocks adjacent to magma cannot stay warm. What if I insulate all this? What if I just put more rock? More wall? Which of course we need to do floor first. No, other way. Yeah. How on earth does that work? Wonder if the seasonal temperature change is contributing. That could also be. It is now autumn. But like this didn't warm back up in summer or anything. Woo, 3 stream streak. Woo. Haven't had whiskey in a minute, been wanting to drink more of this watermelon one. What? Watermelon whiskey sounds like a trip. Super spoiled by a 12-year bourbon that is like drinking tea instead of whiskey. Wow. Yeah, that sounds dangerous. That sounds dangerous. Did our metal grate go? Yes. So we're kind of doing 2 things at once here. 2 different experiments here. So I'm going to construct a floor grate out of iron grate. So should I just do a pond zone on this level and have them just grab a bucket and dump it on? Or should I like have a little pit up here? I think I'm just doing it from this level. Okay. A grate over magma. A pond zone over magma. While your dwarves and bulls, polar bear men, pee off the ledge into the basin. There we go. Think you can do it from the same level? Yeah, I mean we're gonna try. We are gonna try. Of course, with it being a pond, we have no idea when it's gonna actually happen. Fill pond. Okay. I'm gonna even like we're gonna go slow motion. Right? You have a copper bucket full of water. Oh! It made steam. But it consumed the magma? What? It also made steam in this tile. It didn't come up out of there. Made steam, consumed magma, and the steam stayed down there, which does not help me, right? I want the steam to come out and into the area. Steam was achieved. Steam was achieved. That's going to be the closest thing we get to an achievement today. But it ate the magma. And then you're just gonna, yeah, okay. All right. Does that mean, could we do it the other way around? If we had water in there, could I drop a little bit of magma? And then it would, I mean, it consumed both of them. It consumed the water and the steam and the magma. I'm just gonna let that dry out and then we'll put more magma in there someday. Wild. Oh, that's what I was doing here. So now I want floor like so. Blop. Slate blops. Excited for the Rube Goldberg magma water cycling minecart machine. If I can get a mechanism that would actually work, like I'm okay Rube Goldberging this thing to hell and back if it actually functioned. Maybe the grate needs to be an extra Z level above the magma. But then would the grate even be getting warm? The grate wouldn't be adjacent to magma at that point. I imagine, which my imagination counts for nothing, obviously, but I imagine that it would just flow through the grate and then touch the magma as normal. I guess I don't actually need a floor there. Got 1Z up, 2Z up. Saw steam. I saw steam! That's the first time we've got steam. It's the first time it's happened. Seems like that means it should be fixable to make what you want to make. Maybe. But it just stayed in the hole. I want it to, like, fill the air and go around, right? I want it to be a thing. I want our people to be walking through the steam. That's kind of the point. So it's interesting that it can create steam in a pit like that. It's like 40% of the way I want it. 40% there. I also doubt that this is going to do anything to help our warmth in retrospect. Oh, I guess I did want something there. No, not mining. What about a mist generated above magma? Because mist touching magma does not create steam. We've tested that. Mist does not turn into steam when it touches magma. It just is mist that's touching magma. Wonder if they would get steam burns. That would kill a lot of caravan and boat murdered. According to the wiki, famous last words I know, according to the wiki, steam is currently harmless. If we could get it in quantities, we would test that next. Of course, I need to, like, I want one there too. And the fact that it's up in the air, my God. Don't barrels of liquid create steam when heated? Do they? But like a magma-proof barrel? I'd have to make an iron barrel? Because I tried it the other way around earlier in this stream. I tried having a minecart, an iron minecart full of magma submerged in water. And that didn't do anything. I'm just building a million little stairs here. think I've seen a drink stockpile turn into steam during a dragging excursion. Well, dragon fire is much hotter than magma. So that might even behave differently from everything else. How the heck am I doing this? I feel like I also need... I just need to insulate this whole dang thing. Steam breathing forgotten beast. We've also thought of that. There's also wiki implications about, like, you can like put a very hot creature in water. Like if we had magma crabs, in theory you could just put magma crabs in the water and that'll create steam. Supposedly. I just have to remove that. Can we... Now there's no way to do anything there. There's also a report of... like, forgotten beasts made of flame. Like, if there's rain on a forgotten beast that's made of flame, then that would create steam. But it's also like... good luck finding that exact thing. Forgotten beast made of flame evaporated my cavern one time. That's fun. That's pretty fun. Just make me one. Just go straight into the cavern lake and whoosh. That's... I like that. That would be fun to watch. Through, you know, the 3 FPS that you get. See, this isn't going to change anything. I'm just, like, I'm insulating this and it's not going to get warmer. So I need to, like, put more magma in it, but all my minecarts have 2. And it's already at 6. I'm curious what happens if we just do the whole dang thing. Ran at a mighty 8 FPS, yep. Do you think steam would recondense? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Like, mist never does. Mist just dissipates. And then now I need to, like, get in here. Okay. Insulated, right? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna make a track stop. This is gonna be slightly messy, but it's just gonna be how it is. So like oxygen not included. Yeah, exactly, like oxygen not included. Okay. New route. Nope. 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 No, that's not. I wonder how many minecarts I even have that still have magma. There's one. Do you think this would have any effect? I mean, I guess the first thing we're gonna see is if the tiles still cool down. Place track vehicle is happening. You just don't have a wheelbarrow, so it's gonna take you a moment. Caught another polar bear. We have a novice animal trainer. Hooray! Someday we'll domesticate the polar bears. Okay. So now that there is safely no one here, we are going to dump to the west. One is going to overspill, but that's totally fine. So now we have warm tiles here, we have warm tiles here. So I'm just going to unpause and we're going to watch. Do these cool down? It is currently winter, so this is as cold as it's going to get. Can they train dogs in the meantime? Oh, that's a good point. Could get XP training dogs. Just make a bunch of hunting dogs. It's still... Oh my god, it took longer. It took longer, but it still happened. Miner has given birth to kobold hatchlings. We just had kobolds get born. Got 2 more kobolds! Look! 2 more hatchlings! Zickersy and Shadra. Little guys, we got some little guys! Yeah, we're just gonna do some training. Okay, so what does this mean for our ice project? Any beastmen? Nope. Just puffins, and they're just hanging out here. I don't know why our flying creatures are being weird too. Two snuggly kitties? Yeah, Tofu came out of the woodwork. I don't know where she was actually hiding. Kidnap puffins. I mean, they're hovering over the ocean, so good luck. If they came and got trapped in the traps, then that'd be fine. I was just trying to think of how do I get rid of this magma. Actually, that's going to be the easy part. I just turned it into obsidian. This will be a little trickier, but I think that's just going to stay there. It turned into ice before it fell into the until it fell into the lava. How? Literally a sheet of ice hovering over a full tile of magma. There's no stone between these. My cats Boo and Pepper use a snuggle, but now Pepper just attacks whenever Boo gets too close. She's still too hyper and wants to play all the time. Aw. Is there a significant age difference between the two of them? These two are definitely still little babies. There's a year between them, but they're like 6 months versus a year and a half. Here's what I'm gonna do. Pit is a pond. Hey, look, a polar bear. One polar bear. You're gonna go for the booze? Go for the booze. 1 year apart. I'm hoping our kitties continue to want to play together. See, yeah. I want to see what... That time it did not create obsidian. That time it just consumed... It just consumed the water and the magma and created steam. It did not create obsidian. I am so confused. But why didn't it make obsidian? The wiki also says that rain falling onto magma should create steam, but we could not get that to work either. Like, snow clearly doesn't work. But also we just DF hacked it to rain, and rain didn't work either. It's too cold? I mean, but why would that prevent obsidian? What'd you do? Temperature shouldn't have any effect on obsidian creation. Well, it's spring. Same thing there. Oh, now I didn't actually get rid of the pawns. Whatever. Ice does not work how I thought it does. Clearly. Clearly I don't understand temperature or magma or water or anything. See, that's not gonna freeze. So the problem here is that it is Different temperatures at different Z levels, clearly. Because it's getting colder as it goes higher. But pumps cannot pump above their own level, right? So if I have... Like a pump would need to be... We need to have a reservoir at a layer that freezes. And then you need to pump above it to get into the reservoir. But we can't... But you can't do that. Because it freezes. We need a way of filling a reservoir with water while it's warm and then draining the magma away? The only other thing I can think of so this thing about salt water mentioned a second way to desalinate water using a U-bend of stairs. Which I'm not sure I totally understand what they mean anyway. Oh, we have llamas dying. Whatever. We've been here for quite a while already. I'm curious if water freezes at a different temperature than salt water. But I have to pump it just to get it there anyway. I'd have to do... Like, okay, here's a test. This is all rock, right? This is all shale. So what if we have a channel and then a stair and then a stair and then a reservoir. Just for the sake of science. Is that how... Am I thinking of a U-bend correctly? Kind of what this is. Key to understanding how high a Z-level water will reach is to understand which tile's pressure is being exerted on. Pressure will cause the water to go as high as the tile upon which the pressure is being exerted, but no higher. Following three diagrams demonstrate different ways water might behave in a U-bend. In all three cases, the water source on the left of the diagram. Damned river. Water taken directly from a flat river used to fill in a U-bend. In this case, the river is free to flow off the edge of the map. There's only pressure, so the only pressure comes from the water tile on the top of the U-bend's left side. So this might not actually work. I would need to... Well, I can go down another level. have zero confidence in this, but I have to try. Okay. I'll channel here. And nobody come for these rocks. This is all forbidden now. Stay away. Oh, we're like, jeez. What are you here for? You're digging. Okay. So it's making mist. Is it gonna... There it goes. And this is desalinated. Interesting. But it's not freezing. Salt water, salt water, salt water, water. So that does work. That does desalinate it. But it's not freezing. Or maybe it just takes some time. Maybe it'll freeze eventually. I don't know. I really just want to know the temperature of each of these tiles. That's all I want right now. I want to make like a piston. I want like a deep pit that I fill with water and then like a silo on top. And then be able to just push the water up to the point where it freezes. It's higher than the ocean. The ocean doesn't freeze. Murky pools don't freeze, but the murky pools are salt water. I assumed it's because it's salt water. Like, this is all salt water. I think it does have to do with elevation, though. Because clearly, like, normal water doesn't freeze there, normal water doesn't freeze here, but it does freeze here. Makes sense, this doesn't freeze, but the pumped one did. Right. A lipstick container, but for ice. Exactly. I want a push pop. I want to make a gigantic push pop. Is that so hard? I don't think there's any way to actually do that. Tofu is a treat. Yep, she's just watching Heck over here on my crafting table. Come here. Nope, ignored. Okay, well... we did good here today. Oh, what the hell? This shouldn't be so hard. I don't know why this is so hard. Hey, look, I have a cat. Progress of a sort, kind of. We're learning about things that don't work. Just watch, like, 3 months from now, Toadie's gonna be like, oh, hey, I fixed Steam. Learned how to not make ice. Exactly. Exactly. Valuable lessons. Oh, sorry. I booped you. I booped her with my gesticulations. Because life is hard and Dwarf Fortress is harder. It sure is. I'm gonna have to think on this. I'm gonna have to think about how we... or what we do. I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm gonna do some research. I feel like there's a way to like operationalize making ice. That shouldn't be hard. We should be able to make ice. We're on a freaking glacier. We should be able to make ice, right? Find all the ways it doesn't work until the only option is it works. I wish it worked that way. I wish it worked that way. Anyway, I'm gonna go be insane off screen for a while. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, hop in the Discord. Tell me what to do. I feel like the elevation is definitely a thing. I wonder if the season is a thing, because there could be wild temperature variations, right? And we'd have no idea because it's just going from freezing to more freezing. Because it's clearly just cold the whole time. The only other, like if we want to make an ice sculpture, the only other thing I could think of would be to carve out the existing ice, like use natural ice to like remove part of the glacier to make a structure on top of the glacier, right? And I want to leave the glacier intact as much as I can. So that's why we're trying to make ice. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's a thing. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Come by on Thursday. We're gonna continue from right here. No matter what we're doing, we're gonna continue it on Thursday. Come by on Saturday. We'll potentially be starting a new game. I don't actually know what we're gonna play on our Saturdays anymore. Because we completed Discworld. We completed Discworld. So yeah, that's fun. Today's episode is brought to you by a cloud of steam. Why is that so hard? It's right there. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, all those things. Thank you for being the steam around me thank you for being the elusive steam that I am chasing right now. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the steam. Yeah, I appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I hope you stay kind.